We are back today. It is Friday. I'm trying to get this in the mail. We're going to go right on through this. This is a universal chassis harness number 141. So as always, we're going to start with our battery power. Battery power has power all the time, whether the key is on or off. This is to retain memories for tunes or radios, things of that nature. We have a few, not too many. We have one here in the AA. All right, and then let's just check to make sure the key on one doesn't have power. Good, that's what we want to see. Yeah, and then we have one more in the digital dash here. This customer actually doesn't have a digital dash, although we'll refer to it as a digital dash. He actually is running multiple analog gauges, so multiple like auto meter gauges. So we have two switch panels, one with the two-door window harness built in. So we'll key on. So now because we're using our universal brake pedal switch, the the brake light circuit should be on as well. So what I'm going to actually do is just test the brake light circuit so that we can disconnect that so it's not powered the whole time. So this is for the third brake light. Cool. This is the front. We need the rear. This is front. Here's the rear. This is the passenger side, and then we're looking for the driver's side right here. Driver's side. Awesome. So now I'm going to disconnect that just by pulling this pin out, and then you can see it no longer has power. Beautiful. That is what we would like to see. So we tested this. We know this has power here. So now we're going to check all the key on, switched power, 13.8. It's been called a lot of different things. Wiring's not that complex. It gets a little carried away when different companies use different vocabulary to try and swindle their way. To do things specifically, and it doesn't need to be that way. We can all be gentlemen about it. All right, sick. That is all the key on. Very good. So next, what should we do next? Let's test the reverse lights, because I always never let's check reverse light. Let's see if we can do it this way. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And then we're going to take this off. And that is exactly what I want to see. When we power it, it energizes. When we take the power away, the power goes back to 0. All right, cool. Starter on a switch. This customer has a engine harness where the starter is in the engine harness and they bring it up to where the ECU is. So we just left them a nice little one. Awesome. We have our running lights on. We can check that right now. We have the running lights on in the digital dash here. We have running lights on in our inputs and outputs. And then we have a bunch of running lights in the front and back. So this is the rear. So we'll just check this. This is the passenger tail light. This is the driver tail light. And then we have the corner panel light for the driver's side, which is different than the corner panel light for the passenger side. But we also have the license plate lights as well. It's very important, regardless of who's building your chassis harness, is that they actually know what they're doing and they can communicate that with you so that they can talk to you about different options. So here in the front, This is for a 2001 Camaro. So under the headlights is the blinker and running lights. So we have that. But if you look, they also wanted halos. So we also threw in another running light right above it. And then you can see the same thing on the other side. Here's the passenger side. Here's the driver's side. So we'll just check that real quick. Trying to get through this because I want to get this in the mail today. It's Friday at like 3:30. So I still have to button it up. If you notice, the heat shrink's open. So we have to seal that up and do a couple other things. Sick. Hazards. Here, jingle jangling. The LED blinker relay. Let's check it at the digital dash. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's check it at the front. Magnificent. Magnificent. Let's check it at the rear. We're also going to have to check it side per side because that's how this relay works. So you just want to make sure everything is the way it should be. We want to provide to our customers what they are paying for. It's very important for me as a business owner. So we can do wiper, and then we're done with this. Done with this switch panel. We can move on to the next switch panel. On. Off. You want to make sure it goes off. It's very important. All right, sick. Now we're on to the next switch panel. I just hit something. Cool. So lights. We have headlights and high beams. So we'll just test here. We have the front. So this should be green for headlights. Dope. Let's make sure the high beams don't have power. Nope. Nope. Should have power. Sweet. Now let's turn it off. Make sure it doesn't have power. Cool. Now we'll turn the high beams on. So we're going to check the high beams. Good. Good. Turn it off. Make sure it doesn't have power. Magnificent. All right, cool. Now we're going to do blinkers, and this should be the passenger side. Dope. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Where's the other wire? Here it is. Here it is. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not touch grounds to powers. All right, sick. Oh, so this ground just touched the power. That's hilarious. Don't do that. Do not do that. All right, cool. So green. It's the driver's side. Where do we go? Right here. Dope. Dope, 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 dope. Then all that's left is the adder relay that we have wired in right here. I'll just show you guys. I like the expression trust but verify, right? Like, I trust that the company that I bought something from is going to do it right. But did they verify that? And that will take you to the top. I promise. Cool. This one's done. Thanks for watching. Pretty short, quick one. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. This has one fuel pump, which we should actually test. And we added fuel level. It's actually over here in this. Cool. So we actually added a fuel pump. And we have 2 wires for the fuel level, which come out from the digital dash. So I'm glad I caught myself real quick. And then we're just going to bail. So I got to button this up and get it in the mail. Cool. See if we can do this like this. Okay, ready? Bam. MoneyGram. a switch power signal from their engine harness to power the fuel pump relay. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.